What a fantastic celebration for the 13th anniversary of Paw Patrol! 13 years of teamwork and adventure!
And what a celebration for my 26th birthday. I gotta tell them about this.
Also, I would be in Paw Patrol, the Dino movie from Paramount Pictures and Nickelodeon Movies. It'll be released in theaters tomorrow on August 14th, 2026. Wait, that's today! Maybe we would watch it sometime, possibly in the future. That's the same release date as the other movie from Warner Brothers. Pictures and Bad Robot called The End of Oak Street. These movies have dinosaurs. The End of Oak Street is a science fiction survival film about dinosaurs in a neighborhood of Oak Street when a strange light transports the whole neighborhood of Oak Street to a prehistoric timeline known as the Jurassic period, starring with the Academy Award actors Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor, directed by David Robert Mitchell and produced by J.J. Abrams.
What a puppy guy he was. So now what do we talk about next? Hold on a second. Swiper, did you just say Fox? You mean like the Fox Broadcasting Channel?
Of course I did say that Fox is one of our favorite TV channels.
That's some serious television magic right there. That's what we're going to talk about that next. Fox Broadcasting Company, or FBC, is an American commercial broadcast television network, serving as the flagship namesake property of Fox Corporation and operated through Fox Entertainment. The channel was launched by News Corporation on October 9, 1986, as a competitor to the Big Three television networks, which are the American Broadcasting Company, or ABC, the Columbia Broadcasting System, or CBS, and the National Broadcasting Company, or NBC. Fox has gone on to become the most successful attempt at a fourth television network. It was also the highest-rated free-to-air network in the 18 to 49 demographic from 2004 to 2012 and 2020 to 2021, and was the most-watched American television network in total viewership during the 2007-08 season. It is a member of the North American Broadcasters Association and the National Association of Broadcasters. Unlike other major commercial broadcast networks, Fox does not have a newscast of its own due to its lack of a news division, and instead relies on its own 24-hour news channels, Fox News, Fox Business Network, and Fox Weather, to supply news programming for the network. Fox is based at Fox Corporation's corporate headquarters at 1211 Avenue of the Americas in Midtown Manhattan, New York City, and it hosts additional offices at the Fox Network Center in Los Angeles and at the Fox Media Center in Tempe, Arizona.
20th Century Fox, now 20th Century Studios, had been involved in television production as early as 1948. Its television arm was called TCF Television Productions up until 1958, which produced several syndicated programs. Following the closure of the Dumont Television Network in August 1956, after it became mired in severe financial problems, the NTA Film Network was launched as a new fourth network. 20th would also produce original content for the NTA network. The film network effort would fail after a few years, but 20th continued to dabble in television through its production arm, such as Perry Mason, Batman, and MASH for the Big Three television networks ABC, NBC, and CBS. While running Paramount Pictures, Barry Diller attempted to create a fourth television network. The Paramount Television Service of 1977 was canceled before its first broadcast. Paramount produced many programs for the Big Three, but catering to their demands just wore us down, he said in 1983. I want to make our own things and put them on the air. Diller hoped to create a mini network of independent television stations airing Paramount programs. Unable to achieve his goal at Paramount, Diller joined film studio 20th Century Fox. March 1985, News Corporation, a media company owned by Australian publishing magnate Rupert Murdoch that had mainly served as a newspaper publisher, paid $255 million for a 50% interest in TCF Holdings, the parent company of the 20th Century Fox Film Studio. In May 1985, News agreed to pay $2.55 billion to acquire independent stations in 6 major U.S. cities from the John Kluge-run broadcasting company Metromedia, WWTV in New York City, WTTG in Washington, D.C., KTTV in Los Angeles, KRIV-TV in Houston, WFLD-TV in Chicago, and KRLD-TV in Dallas. A 7th-station ABC affiliate, WCVB-TV in Boston, was part of the original transaction, but was spun off to the Hearst Broadcasting subsidiary of the Hearst Communications in a separate, concurrent deal as part of a right of first refusal related to that station's 1982 sale to Metromedia. 2 years later, News Corporation acquired WXNE-TV in that market from the Christian Broadcasting Network and changed its call letters to WFXT. Radio personality Clark Ingram suggested that the Fox network is a revival or at least a linear descendant of Dumont, since Metromedia was founded when Dumont spun off its 2 remaining owned and operated stations, WWTV, formerly WABD, and WTTG, as Dumont Broadcasting. It later changed its name to Metropolitan Broadcasting before becoming Metromedia. Additionally, the former base of Dumont's operations, the Dumont Telecentre in Manhattan, eventually became the present-day Fox Television Center. In 1985, 20th Century Fox announced its intentions to form a 4th television network that would compete with the big 3 of ABC, CBS, and NBC. The plans were to use the combination of the Fox studios and the former Metromedia stations to both produce and distribute programming. Organizational plans for the network were held off until the Metromedia acquisitions cleared regulatory hurdles. Then, in December 1985, Rupert Murdoch agreed to pay $325 million to acquire the remaining equity in TCF Holdings from his original partner, Marvin Davis. The purchase of the Metromedia stations was approved by the Federal Communications Commission, or FCC, in March 1986. The call letters of the New York City and Dallas outlets were subsequently changed respectively to WNYW and KDF. These first 6 stations, then broadcasting to a combined reach of 22% of the nation's households, became known as the Fox Television Stations Group, with the sole exception of KDF, which was sold to Renaissance Broadcasting in 1995, at which time it became an affiliate of the WB. All of the original owned and operated stations, O&Os, are still part of the Fox network today. Like the core O&O group, Fox's affiliate body initially consisted of independent stations, a few of which had maintained affiliations with ABC, NBC, CBS, or Dumont earlier in their existences. The local charter affiliate was, in most cases, that market's top-rated independent. But however, Fox opted to affiliate with a second-tier independent station in markets where a more established independent declined the affiliation, such as Denver, Phoenix, and St. Louis. Largely because of both these factors, Fox, in a situation very similar to what Dumont had experienced 4 decades before, had little choice but to affiliate with UHF stations in all except a few, mainly larger, markets where the network gained clearance. Then Fox Inc. head Barry Diller was acknowledged to have been the one who created the network, with the New York Times noting in October 1986 that Diller's current obsession is creating a television network to compete each evening with NBC, CBS, and ABC. According to historical reports, executives with the proposed Fox network were so intent on competing with the Big 3 that, for the initial branding, the network was set on copying the naming trend of the Big 3 by using the FBC initialism, copying NBCS and ABC of the network's corporate name. Other proposed names for Fox were Universal Broadcasting System, UBS and International Broadcasting System, or IBS. The Fox Television Network officially debuted with a soft launch at 11 p.m. Eastern and Pacific Time on October 9th, 1986. Its inaugural program was a late-night talk show, The Late Show, which was hosted by comedian Joan Rivers. After a strong start, The Late Show quickly eroded in the ratings. It was never able to overtake NBC's stalwart The Tonight Show. By early 1987, Rivers and her then-husband Edgar Rosenberg, the show's original executive producer, quit The Late Show after disagreements with the network over the show's creative direction. The program then began to be hosted by a succession of guest hosts. After that point, some stations that affiliated with FBC in the weeks before the April 1987 launch of its primetime lineup, such as WCGV-TV in Milwaukee and WDRB-TV in Louisville, signed affiliation agreements with the network on the condition that they would not have to carry The Late Show due to the program's weak ratings. Shortly before the official launch of FBC on April 5, 1987, under original Fox Entertainment president Garth Ancier, the network underwent a rebranding to the much shorter Fox. According to an interview Ancier gave at that time, it was Adnan J. Chiat who suggested to network executives that rather than create a brand from scratch, the network ought to use the Fox heritage of the previous 80 years and the searchlight iconography to link Fox broadcasting to 20th Century Fox. Until late in the game during the 1980s, several station groups like Media Central and Pappas Telecasting had avoided Fox when the network launched, but joined the network later on. The network had its grand opening when it expanded its programming into primetime on April 5, 1987, inaugurating its Sunday night lineup with the premieres of the sitcom Married, with children in the sketch comedy series that was The Tracy Ullman Show. The premieres of both series were rebroadcast twice following their initial airings at 7 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Eastern Pacific, respectively. That night, which Jamie Kellner, who served as the network's president and chief operating officer until his resignation in January 1993, stated would allow viewers to sample FBC programming without missing 60 Minutes, Murder, She Wrote, or the 8 o'clock movies. Fox added one new show per week over the next several weeks, with the drama 21 Jump Street and comedies Mr. President and Do It completing its Sunday schedule. On July 11, 1987, the network rolled out its Saturday night schedule with the premiere of the supernatural drama series Werewolf, which began with a 2-hour pilot movie event. 3 other series were added to the Saturday lineup over the next 3 weeks. Comedies The New Adventures of Beans Baxter, Karen's Song, and Down and Out in Beverly Hills, the latter being an adaptation of the film of the same name. Both Karen's Song and Down and Out in Beverly Hills were canceled by the start of the 1987-88 television season, the network's first fall launch, and were replaced by the sitcom Second Chance and Women in Prison, both of which would be canceled by mid-1988. In regard to its late-night lineup, Fox had already decided to cancel The Late Show and had a replacement series in development, The Wilton North Report, when the former series began a ratings resurgence under its final guest host, comedian Arsenio Hall. Wilton North lasted just a few weeks, however, and the network was unable to reach a deal with Hall to return as host when it hurriedly revived The Late Show in early 1988. The Late Show went back to featuring guest hosts, eventually selecting Ross Schaefer as its permanent host, only for it to be canceled for good by October 1988, while Hall signed a deal with Paramount Television to develop his own syndicated late-night talk show, The Arsenio Hall Show. Fox aired the 39th Primetime Emmy Awards and would air the next 5 editions. Although the network had modest successes in Married, with Children and The Tracy Ullman Show, several affiliates were disappointed with Fox's largely underperforming programming lineup during the network's first 3 years. KMSP-TV in Minneapolis and KPTV in Portland, Oregon both owned at the time by Chris Kraft Television, disaffiliated from Fox in 1988, with KITN, now WFTC, and KPDX respectively replacing those stations as Fox affiliates, citing that the network's weaker program offerings were hampering viewership of their stronger syndicated slate. At the start of the 1989-90 television season, Fox added a third night of programming on Mondays. The season heralded the start of a turnaround for Fox. It saw the debut of a mid-season replacement series, The Simpsons, an animated series that originated as a series of shorts on The Tracy Ullman Show. Ranked at a three-way tie for 29th place in the Nielsen ratings, it became a breakout hit and was the first Fox series to break the top 30. The Simpsons, at 37 years as of 2026, is the longest-running American sitcom, the longest-running American animated program, and the longest-running American scripted primetime television series. In 1989, Fox also first introduced the documentary series Cops and crime-focused magazine program America's Most Wanted, the latter of which debuted as a half-hour series as part of the network's mainly comedy-based Sunday lineup for its first season, before expanding to an hour and moving to Fridays for the 1990-91 season. These two series, which would become staples on the network for just over 2 decades, would eventually be paired to form the nucleus of Fox's Saturday night schedule beginning in the 1994-95 season. Meanwhile, Married with Children, which differentiated itself from other family sitcoms of the period as it centered on a dysfunctional lower middle-class family, saw viewer interest substantially increase beginning in its third season after Michigan homemaker Terry Rakolta began a boycott to force Fox to cancel the series, but that was after objecting to risque humor and sexual content featured in a 1989 episode. Married's newfound success led it to become the network's longest-running live-action sitcom, airing for 11 seasons.
In the 1990s, Fox survived where Dumont and other attempts to start a fourth network had failed because it programmed just under the number of hours defined by the FCC to legally be considered a network. This allowed Fox to make revenue in ways forbidden to the established networks. For instance, it did not have to adhere to the financial interest and syndication rules that were in effect at the time, since during its first years it was considered to be merely a large group of stations. By comparison, Dumont had been saddled by numerous regulatory barriers that hampered its potential to grow, most notably a ban on acquiring additional stations. During an era when the FCC had much tighter ownership limits for television stations, limiting broadcasters to a maximum of 5 stations nationwide, than it did when Fox launched. In addition, Murdoch was more than willing to open his wallet to get and keep programming and talent. Dumont, in contrast, operated on a shoestring budget and was unable to keep the programs and stars it had. Most of the other startup networks that launched in later years, such as UPN and the WB, followed Fox's model as well. Furthermore, Dumont operated during a time when the FCC did not require television manufacturers to include UHF capability. To see Dumont's UHF stations, most people had to buy an expensive converter. Even then, the signal quality was marginal at best compared to the signals of VHF stations. See also, UHF television broadcasting, UHF versus VHF. By the time Fox launched, cable allowed UHF stations to generally be on an equal footing with VHF stations. Although Fox was growing rapidly as a network and had established itself as a presence, it was still not considered a major competitor to the established Big Three broadcast networks, ABC, CBS, and NBC. From its launch, Fox had the advantage of offering programs intended to appeal toward a younger demographic, adults between 18 and 34 years of age, and that were edgier in content, whereas some programs that were carried by the Big Three networks attracted an older skewing audience. Until the early 1990s, when Fox expanded its programming to additional nights and outside prime time, most Fox stations were still essentially formatted as independent stations, filling their schedules with mainly first-run and acquired programming. And, during prime time, running either syndicated programs or, more commonly, movies on nights when the network did not provide programming. Few Fox stations carried local newscasts. On September 6, 1990, Fox reached an agreement with TCI, the nation's largest cable company at the time, in which TCI systems in markets that were not served by an over-the-air Fox affiliate at the time would become charter affiliates of a cable-only national feed of the network called FoxNet. The cable-only network launched on June 6, 1991, bringing Fox programming to smaller markets that did not carry a default Fox affiliate at the time. It would manage to reach a total of 1.3 million subscribers by 1992. As Fox gradually headed towards carrying a full week's worth of programming in prime time through the addition of programming on Thursday and Friday nights at the start of the 1990-91 season, the network's added offerings included the scheduling of The Simpsons, opposite veteran NBC sitcom The Cosby Show, as part of Fox's initial Thursday night lineup that fall, along with future hit Beverly Hills 90210, which would become the network's longest-running drama, airing for 10 seasons, after only a half season of success on Sunday nights. The show performed well in its new Thursday slot, spending 4 seasons there and helping to launch Martin, another Fox comedy that became a hit when it debuted in August 1992. The Simpsons has returned to Sunday nights in the fall of 1994 and has remained there ever since. The sketch comedy series In Living Color, which debuted in April 1990, created many memorable characters and launched the careers of future movie stars Jim Carrey, Jamie Foxx, Damon Wayans, Marlon Wayans, Keenan Ivory Wayans, guest stars Chris Rock and Tim Meadows, and Rosie Perez and Jennifer Lopez, both members of the show's dance troupe, The Fly Girls. The series also gained international prominence after Fox aired a special live episode in January 1992 as an alternative to the halftime show during Super Bowl XXVI, which was broadcast on CBS, marking the start of Fox's rivalry with the Big Three networks while popularizing the counter-programming strategy against the Super Bowl telecast. The early and mid-1990s saw the debuts of several soap opera-style primetime dramas aimed at younger audiences that became quick hits, which, in addition to Beverly Hills, 90210 included its adult-focused spin-off Melrose Place, which initially had a mediocre ratings performance before viewership rose significantly midway through its first season following Heather Locklear's addition to the cast, its own short-lived spin-off Models, Inc., and Family Drama Party of Five. The early and mid-1990s also saw the network launch several series aimed at a black audience, which, in addition to Martin, included the sitcom Living Single and police procedural New York Undercover. So Fox became a viable competitor to the older networks when it won broadcast television rights to the National Football League, or NFL, away from CBS. In December 1993, Fox signed a contract with the NFL to televise games from the National Football Conference, or NFC, which had been airing its games on CBS since 1956, starting with the 1994 season. The initial 4-year contract, which Fox bid $1.58 billion to obtain, while CBS offered $295 million per year to retain the rights, also included the exclusive U.S. television rights to Super Bowl XXI in 1997. The network also lured Pat Summerall, John Madden, Dick Stockton, Matt Millen, James Brown, Terry Bradshaw, and behind-the-scenes production personnel from CBS Sports to staff its NFL coverage. Shortly afterward, News Corporation began striking affiliation deals with, and later purchasing, more television station groups. On May 23, 1994, Fox agreed to purchase a 20% stake in New World Communications, a television and film production company controlled by investor Ronald Perelman that had just recently entered into broadcasting through its 1993 purchase of 7 stations owned by SCI Television. That summer, SF Broadcasting, a joint venture between Fox and Savoy Pictures that was founded in March 1994, purchased 4 stations from Burnham Broadcasting, 3 NBC affiliates, and 1 ABC affiliate. Through a separate agreement, Those stations would also switch to Fox between September 1995 and January 1996 as existing affiliation agreements lapsed. These two deals were not the first instances in which a longtime Big Three station affiliated with Fox. In Miami, the affiliation moved from WCIX Channel 6 to NBC affiliate WSVN in January 1989 as the result of a complicated six-station affiliation swap in two South Florida markets, spurred by NBC's purchase of CBS affiliate WTVJ, Channel 4, and CBS's purchase of WCIX. WSVN immediately attracted industry notice for featuring a news-intensive tabloid format uncharacteristic of any Fox affiliate or independent station heretofore, with then Fox network president Lucy Salhani calling WSVN the future of television in May 1994. WSVN remains the largest Fox affiliate in terms of market size to have entirely eschewed any prominent on-air branding with the network name. The NFC contract, in fact, was the impetus for the affiliation deal with New World and SF Broadcasting's purchase of the Burnham stations, as Fox sought to improve local coverage of its new NFL package by aligning the network with stations that had more established histories and advertiser value than its charter affiliates. The deal spurred a series of affiliation realignments between all four U.S. television networks involving individual stations and various broadcasting groups, such as those between CBS and Group W, whose corporate parent later bought the network in August 1995, ABC and the EW. Scripps Company, which owned three Fox affiliates that switched to either ABC or NBC as a result of the New World deal, affecting 30 television markets between September 1994 and September 1996. The two deals also had the side benefit of increasing local news programming on the new Fox affiliates, mirroring the programming format adopted by WSVN upon that station's switch to the network, as well as expanding the number of news-producing stations in Fox's portfolio beyond mainly charter stations in certain large and mid-sized markets. With significant market share for the first time ever and the rights to the NFL, Fox firmly established itself as the nation's fourth major network. Fox television stations would acquire New World outright on July 17, 1996, in a $2.48 billion stock purchase, making the latter's 12 Fox affiliates owned and operated stations of the network. The deal was completed on January 22, 1997. Later, in August 2000, Fox bought several stations owned by Chris Kraft Industries and its subsidiaries BHC Communications and United Television for $5 billion. Most of these stations were UPN affiliates, although its Minneapolis station, KMSP-TV, would rejoin Fox in September 2002 as an owned and operated station. These purchases, for a time, made Fox television stations the largest owner of television stations in the U.S., a title that has since been assumed by the Sinclair Broadcast Group, one of the network's largest affiliate groups.
They say, Fox finished growing prime time to all 7 nights on January 19th, 1993. They added Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Other networks like the WB and UPN did same when they started in January 1995. Fox now 5th network to show stuff every night. In September 1993, they heavily promoted a short Western show called The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr., but The X-Files was the real hit. It started on Friday and became Fox's first show to hit Nielsen's top 20. After tries at late night failed, like The Late Show and The Chevy Chase Show, Fox found gold with Mad TV on October 14, 1995. It battled NBC's Saturday Night Live for over 10 years and was Fox's best late-night show, running 14 seasons till 2009. In 2026, Fox went back to late night with FIFA World Cup on Fox After Hours with James Corden for comedy recap. They tried to make Saturday nights bigger by moving Married with Children from Sundays and adding a new sitcom called Love and Marriage for the 1996-97 season, but people did not like it. They even canceled America's Most Wanted, which upset Law and Order folks, so they quickly dropped the new show, Married. Went back to Sundays for a bit and ended its run that season, along with Martin. Saturday slots changed in November 1996 to show Cops and America's Most Wanted, America Fights Back. Cops and AMW kept Saturday strong for over 14 years. By mid-2000s, ABC, NBC, and CBS mostly stopped new series on Saturdays for reruns. America's Most Wanted ended in June 2011. Lifetime picked it up till 2013. Cops moved to Spike after 23 seasons, making it the longest-running primetime show on Fox. In the 1997-98 season, Fox had 3 shows in Nielsen's top 20. The X-Files, King of the Hill, and The Simpsons, all on Sunday nights. Fox did well with animated sitcoms, starting with The Simpsons and then King of the Hill in 1997. Family Guy and Futurama came in 1999 but got canceled in 2002 and 2003. Strong DVD sales got Family Guy back in 2005. Futurama got a revival with direct-to-DVD movies and then ran on Comedy Central from 2010 to 2013. Other shows like The Critic and The PJs didn't last long after switching networks. Petrie say late 1990s have cool shows. One is Ally McBeal, funny dramedy by David E. Kelly. Greed, quick game show, not last long. That 70s show, big hit for Fox, run 8 seasons. Second longest sitcom. In 1990s, Fox make many cable channels. FX and FXM start in 1994 for movies and fun times. Fox News Channel start in August 1996. Fox Sports grow, bi-regional sports channels, make Fox Sports Net in November 1996. Buy Speed Vision in 2000, change name later. Fox Sports Racing still around in other countries. Also, Fox Sports World and Fox Deportes come in early 2000s. So, by 2000, many Fox shows from the 90s were done. Late 90s, early 2000s, Fox focused on reality shows, controversial ones like Who Wants to Marry a Multi-Millionaire and Joe Millionaire, which got top Nielsen ratings. Fox also aired video clips like World's Wildest Police Videos. After dropping most of those shows, Fox added praised dramas like 24 and comedies like Malcolm in the Middle. As time passed, Fox beat ABC and NBC in ratings, first with younger viewers, then overall, and second to CBS starting in 2002. Big moment in 2005 when Fox was the most watched network for 1849 demographic, thanks to American Idol. Idol was huge, with up to 38 million viewers for the 2003 finale. It became the highest-rated show in the U.S. by 2003-04 season, first reality singing competition to hit #1. American Idol is still the last show to lead primetime ratings and get 30 million viewers for multiple seasons. It was the most watched in the 2000s. By 2005, reality TV was more popular than sitcoms due to Fox's success. House, following Idol on Tuesdays, became Fox's first drama to hit Nielsen Top 10 in 2006. From 2004, CBS and Fox were top networks, close in ratings. While Fox had younger viewers, CBS had older ones. February 2005, Fox scored its first victory in sweeps, thanks to Super Bowl sexy-nens and shows like Idol. In September 2006, FoxNet was gone due to more affiliates and digital channels. By end of 2007-08 season, Fox beat CBS for most watched network. It was all thanks to Super Bowl XLI and Idol. Fox is the only non-Big Three to top Nielsen since 1950-51. Late 2000s, Fox offered new hit shows. In 2007, they made Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And don't forget the lyrics, longest-running game shows on Fox. 2008, Fringe started with okay ratings but got good reviews. Then in 2009, Glee premiered, getting average ratings but good critic reviews. At start of 2010s, new funny shows, Raising Hope and New Girl made Fox happy with first live-action comedies in long time. Glee's second season got big numbers in 2010-11 season, peaking during Super Bowl show in February 2011. Biggest post-Super Bowl show ever on US. TV. Glee got lots of world attention and made many loyal fans everywhere. Also, Fox's live Super Bowl XXLV made them first U.S. TV network to get at least 100 million viewers in one night. Petrie say American Idol lost big spot in 2011-12 finale. Not number one anymore. Now second to NBC Sunday Night Football. This end long streak at number one for TV show in U.S. history. Idol had big ratings for 8 years, with adults 18-49 and total watchers. Show was also in top 10 for 11 years, from 2003 to 2013. Best non-sports show and best reality show in U.S. from 2003-2012. These records longest for any Fox show. 2012 finale of American Idol happened during 25th birthday of Fox Network, helped win 18-49 group 8th time in a row. Longest streak according to Nielsen, still true in 2026. But then Fox ratings dropped in 2012-13. American Idol and Glee lost a lot of viewers. Network fell to third place overall, 22% decline, and to second place in 1849, same in 2014. By season end, ratings fell more in 2013-14. Fox fourth place for first time since 2001. Then, on January 13th, 2014, Fox say no more pilot season, we'll skip to full shows instead. Fox do good with Super Bowl XLV3 in February 2014. It big hit, second most watched show in U.S. ever. After, New Girl and Brooklyn Nine-Nine follow. In May 2014, Kevin Reilly say he leave Fox Entertainment. Then on July 15th, 2014, 21st Century Fox say they combine with 20th Century Fox Television to make new Fox Television Group with Dana Walden and Gary Newman in charge. For 2014-15 season, Glee end, but new hits like Gotham and Empire start. Empire get more viewers every week. It big success. First time show to keep increasing viewers all season since Roseanne in 1992. By end of season, Empire become Fox's fourth show in Nielsen Top 10 since American Idol end in 2013. 2015-16 season, Fox do better, go up to third place in ratings, pass ABC. They get Miss Universe and Miss USA from CBC and shows like Grease, Live in Empire, back, Grease. Live first live American musical on TV with audience in 21st century. By 2016, Empire and the X-Files in Nielsen Top 10. First time for Fox since American Idol and House in 2007-2008. That year, American Idol end after 15 seasons. Big deal for American TV. In February 2017, Fox show Super Bowl LI get 111.3 million viewers, top 5 most watched Super Bowls, second highest in Fox history. In March 2017, Rob Wade become big boss at Fox for alternative stuff and specials. Rob been showrunner for Dancing with the Stars, head of BBC Worldwide, and big producer for America's Got Talent and The X Factor. In July 2018, Fox sell most big assets to Disney for $71.3 billion, but keep Fox Broadcasting and news channels. Calling new company New Fox. Disney buying Fox not cool under FCC rules, so Fox stand alone. After Disney-Fox deal, Fox focus more on sports stuff, getting NFL Thursday Night Football and FIFA World Cup. Fox want big audience shows, not just critic favorite. June 2018, WWE say SmackDown moving to Fox on Friday nights starting October 2019, worth $205 million a year. Fox also make new shows like The Masked Singer and game shows for 2018-19 season. In August 2018, CEO Dana Walden say Fox buy more from independent studios and make new pitches from writers to outside producers. Fox cut down on scripted stuff from 20th Television, but keep shows like The Simpsons. After sale done, Dana Walden head Disney Television Studios. Charlie Collier become Fox chairman and CEO in November 2018. Start of 2019, The Masked Singer hit big with ratings. Fox order season 2 after first season got 11.5 million viewers. Disney by finished next day, new company called Fox Corporation start trading. So Fox announced 10 new scripted shows for next season and new seasons of The Masked Singer. Thursday Night Football's second best show in 2018-19, behind Sunday Night Football, while The Masked Singer tied third with The Big Bang Theory and This Is Us. In 2019-20, Thursday Night Football and The Masked Singer, they finished second and third in ratings for important demographic. Fox, they top season ratings for viewers 1849. CBS gets more overall viewers. Fox, they did it again in 2020-21, but NBC beat them slightly in 2021-22. In October 2022, Collier, he leaves for Roku, and Rob Wade, he becomes president and CCO of Fox Entertainment. That season, Fox loses Thursday Night Football to Amazon Prime Video. In May 2023, Fox, they dropped 911 after 6 seasons. That show, it was their big scripted hit since 2018. ABC, they pick it up for season 7. Spin-off 911. Lone Star stays on Fox for now, gets renewed for season 5. In September 2024, they say 911. Lone Star ends after season 5. Last big drama from 20th Television on Fox. Fox also loses SmackDown to USA Network in September 2024. Then they start regular sports shows on Friday nights with college football games. New package uses Fox's contract with Big Ten, includes Friday games after West Coast teams join. On April 2nd, 2025, Fox and 20th Television Animation, they announce 4-season, 15-episode renewal for The Simpsons, Bob's Burgers, Family Guy, and American Dad, bringing them back to Fox since 2005.
Family Guy and Bob's Burgers were one of our favorite shows from Fox Broadcasting Corporation. As of 2015, Fox currently provides 17 hours of regularly scheduled network programming each week. The network provides 15 hours of prime-time programming to its owned and operated and affiliated stations on Monday through Saturdays from 8:00 to 10 p.m. and Sundays from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., all times Eastern and Pacific. An hour of late-night programming is also offered on Saturdays from 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern and Pacific time, a former hour of original comedy, but currently a repeat hour for primetime series. Though scheduling for that hour varies depending on the market, due to late local newscasts airing in the traditional 11:00 p.m. at p.m. time slot on some Fox stations, and the hour-long Sunday morning political discussion show, and the network's only regular national news program, Fox News Sunday with Shannon Bream, airing from 9:00 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern and Pacific, although the time slot also varies by market due to local news or public affairs programming. Sports programming is also provided, usually on weekends, with notable exceptions, albeit not every weekend year-round, and most commonly airing between 11 a.m. and 11:30 p.m. ET, often airing for longer hours during football season in the fall, slightly less during NASCAR and college basketball season in the winter, and barely any in the spring and summer afternoons. The Saturday primetime block, along with the Friday primetime block, beginning in 2024. That was mainly scheduled for sports programming, with encores of shows airing when no sports programming is airing on a given week. Adult animation main articles, Animation Domination, Animation on Fox, and Animation Domination High Def, except for The Critic, The PJs, and Futurama, which were respectively canceled in 1995, 2000, and 2003, typically every Sunday night during prime time, unless preempted, usually by sports telecast. Fox airs a lineup incorporating original adult animation sitcoms, all being produced or co-produced with Fox for post-2019 works by the network's original sister company, 20th Television. This block of adult cartoons became a staple of the network, airing under the brand Animation Domination from May 1st, 2005 to September 14th, 2014, when the network rebranded the block as Sunday Fun Day as a result of the reincorporation of live-action comedy series on the Sunday night lineup after 10 years, aside from occasional burn-offs of series aired on other nights during the 7:00 p.m. Eastern Pacific Hour, although animated series remain an integral part of that night's schedule. The first programs to air as part of the Animation Domination lineup were American Dad, which also had its beginnings in the lineup and moved to TBS in October 2014, until its eventual return back to the network in early 2026. Family Guy, which returned to the network after a 3-year cancellation when Animation Domination began. The Simpsons, the longest-running cartoon on Fox, predating the lineup by 16 years, and King of the Hill, which also predated the lineup by 8 years. Once King of the Hill was canceled, Family Guy's spin-off, The Cleveland Show, would air from 2009 to 2013, and Lorraine Bouchard's next series, Bob's Burgers, would air starting in 2011. Animated shows currently airing as part of the lineup include The Simpsons, Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, Krapopolis, Grimsburg, and Universal Basic Guys, with American Dad, to return to the network in early 2026 after over a full decade of airing original episodes on TBS. Other shows in the lineup include Sit Down, Shut Up, Alan Gregory, Napoleon Dynamite, Bordertown, Bless the Hearts, Duncanville, The Great North, Housebroken, and the live-action animated hybrid Son of Zorn. An extension of the Sunday primetime block, called Animation Domination High Def, launched on Saturday late nights in July 2013, marking the return of first-run programming in that time period since the 2010 cancellation of The Wanda Sykes Show, with ADHD shorts, Axe Cop, and High School USA.
So, Fox began airing children's programming on September 8, 1990, with the debut of the Fox Children's Network, rebranded as the Fox Kids Network in 1991, and then to simply Fox Kids in 1998. A programming block that aired on Saturday mornings and weekday afternoons. Programming within the Fox Kids block consisted mainly of animated series, although it also featured some live-action series as part of the lineup. Shows featured in the block included Bobby's World, Eek! The Cat, X-Men, Spider-Man, The Tick, Funhouse, Goosebumps, Casper, Dragon Ball Z, the Ocean English dub, and Digimon. It also aired select shows from Warner Brothers Animation, including the popular animated series Tiny Toon Adventures, Animaniacs, and Batman. The animated series, Warner Brothers, pulled Batman and Animaniacs from the Fox Kids lineup in September 1995, moving both shows, as well as Tiny Toons, which had already ended its run, to the newly launched Kids WB block on the WB. Fox Kids' most successful series, however, was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, from eventual sister company and Fox Kids co-parent Saban Entertainment, which debuted in 1993 and became the block's flagship program until it moved to ABC and Toon Disney in 2002. In October 2001, Fox sold its children's division, Saban Entertainment and Fox Family Worldwide, the parent subsidiary of cable network Fox Family Channel, now freeform, to the Walt Disney Company for $5.3 billion. The network relegated the Fox Kids block to Saturdays in January 2002, turning over the 2-hour time slot held by the weekday block to its owned and operated and affiliated stations, rather than retaining the slots and filling them with adult-oriented daytime shows. Then on September 14, 2002, as part of a time lease agreement, With 4 Kids Entertainment to program the remaining 4-hour Saturday morning lineup, Fox Kids was replaced by a new children's program block called Fox Box, which was renamed 4 Kids TV in January 2005. Notable programs in that block include Yu-Gi-Oh! Kirby, Right Back at Ya! Sonic X, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shaman King, and One Piece. Fox discontinued the 4 Kids TV block on December 27, 2008, due to conflicts between the network and 4 Kids Entertainment that were later settled. Regarding 4 Kids' failure to pay Fox for the programming lease rights, and the network's inability to fulfill a promise guaranteeing clearance on 90% of its stations, and to get other stations to carry the block in certain markets where a Fox station declined it, an issue that plagued Fox's children's program blocks since the start of its affiliation deal with New World Communications. On September 13, 2014, Exploration Station, a 2-hour syndicated block produced by Steve Rotfeld Productions, began airing on Fox stations owned by several affiliate groups, including Fox television stations and Tribune Broadcasting. The block, which complies with guidelines defined by the Children's Television Act, features programs focused on the STEM fields. Stations can choose to either carry Exploration Station, continue to air Weekend Marketplace, as the Sinclair Broadcast Group chose to do, since it already carries syndicated ES programming purchased by the company across its Fox affiliates, although Sinclair added the block on most of its Fox affiliates in September 2016, or in case of Birmingham, not at all, since Gray Television carried EAP programs through existing contracts with syndicators of educational program content instead. Unlike ABC, CBS, and NBC, Fox does not currently air national news programs, morning, evening, or overnight like ABC News, CBS News, and NBC News, or news magazines choosing to focus solely on its prime-time schedule, sports, and other ancillary network programming. The absence of a national news program on the Fox network is despite the fact that Fox Corporation owns the Fox News Channel, which launched in October 1996 and currently maintains near universal distribution within the United States via pay television providers. But specifically, the Fox network airs coverage of the State of the Union address, presidential debates, national election coverage, as well as live breaking news coverage currently branded as a Fox News Special Report, also branded as a Fox News Alert, or sometimes a Fox News Red Alert. Carriage of such special coverage of a breaking news story may vary from station to station and is often limited to events that occur during the network's usual prime-time block. For example, unlike the Big Three, Fox does not often provide coverage of major political convention speeches, which usually occur during the 10 p.m. Eastern Time, hour during which most of its affiliates air local newscasts. However, the majority of Fox's owned and operated stations and affiliate groups do carry weekday breaking news briefs. The political discussion show Fox News Sunday also airs on the Fox network on Sunday mornings and is rebroadcast later in the day on FNC. Fox also operates an affiliate news service called Fox News Edge, which launched with Fox News Channel in 1996 and provides national and international news reports and feature stories for Fox stations to use in their own local newscasts. Since February 23, 2026, Fox News Media produces the 90-second daily news bulletin called Fox News Report, anchored by Fox News correspondent Bill Malugin. The bulletin is currently airing on most Fox-owned stations, as well as affiliate stations. Fox TV has been serving up laughs since October 9, 1986. We've got classics like The Simpsons, American Dad, Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, Grimsburg, Krapopolis, and so much more. Let's break it down. The Simpsons kicked off on December 17, 1989. Family Guy joined the fun on January 31, 1999. American Dad came in on February 6, 2005. Then we had Bob's Burgers hop in on January 9, 2011. Krapopolis is the New Kid, first airing on September 24, 2023. Grimsburg popped up on January 7th, 2024. And don't forget Universal Basic Guys, who made their debut on September 8th, 2024. What a lineup, huh?
channel. And they formerly have King of the Hill from 1997 to 2009. That's also one of our favorite TV shows from it.